Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to another TW White & Sons video review. Today's car is a Mazda CX-5. So we have over here a Mazda CX-5 2 litre SKYACTIV engine. This is the SKYACTIV-G in the sport trim level. It's an automatic car running through the front wheels only, and it's a one owner vehicle from new, which we've recently acquired into stock against a brand new CX-5 which the customer's chosen to replace it with. So it's an eternal blue, metallic blue colour. It's registered in November 2020, so it's had its first MOT November last year, and in fact had its third service, at that point. So a full Mazda service history on this car. Part of the sport trim is the privacy glass, which you can see on the rear window side glass, but not the driver front passenger windows. You have a rear camera at the bottom here, parking sensors along the bottom of the vehicle, 19-inch bright silver alloys, and keyless entry. Coming around the front of the car, full LED headlamps. These have a high beam function, so they'll dip automatically with oncoming traffic detected. Front parking sensors as well, so you've got sensors front and rear, and a camera system. It's also fitted with a sunroof, which is electric tilt and slide. So we'll make our way round to the side of the car. Car's unmarked, looking really good. It's got unmarked rear leather interior, so it suggests that I didn't really use the back of the car very often, and just in fine fettle. And you don't see them that often in eternal blue. So coming around the back of the car, there's a touchpad just to facilitate getting into the vehicle. You can also use the key fob to operate the tailgate, and there's an internal button to use as well. The seats are folded down at the moment, so you have a 20-40-20 split. No, you don't. You have a 40-20-40 split. Math's gone askew there. So, lifting up the floor, there's a subwoofer for the Bose audio system that's standard to the car. And you'll also note there's no spare wheel, but foam and a compressor unit. There's a soft load cover, so easy to detach if you're going to make use of the whole space of the car, and you simply just grab the corner here. It's on a spring-loaded mechanism, and then you can take it off. But pop it back on, and it's also designed to latch up onto the top of the tailgate up here, so it will pull up and over with the tailgate, so you've always got your valuables covered all the time. So when you're ready to shut the boot, you can slam it manually should you choose, but use the button, it's there to help you. And of course it powers down. Okay, so coming around the side of the car, there's keyless entry to gain access. Again, with the key in your pocket, you can jump in and out. Stop and start the car without physically touching the key. Into the back where the seats are folded down. Again, just lift by hand and they'll come up on the 40-20-40 split. Okay, there's a central armrest if you're going to use 4 regularly, 4 passengers that is. More storage. There are USBs here. And Isofix for children's safety seats. Again, 2 metal bars just through the slits, which secure the seat into the chassis of the car, meaning it performs correctly should there be an accident. As I said before, the back seats barely look satin for a 3.5-year-old car. That's lovely. There are rubberized mats, proper Mazda CX-5 mats at that, so again protecting the floor, so it shows a bit of care and love from the last owner. The door cars are also unmarked, and of course you'll note the orange stitch complementing the stitching on the seats, on the ebony black seats here. Coming back round into the front of the car, just pull the handle and you're in. Again, take note, there are electric windows and mirror controls with power fold. And we proudly display the Bose symbol. So that's the Bose audio. So once you're in, starting process is put your foot on the brake, that goes green. If you take your foot off, it doesn't. So that tells you can start the car. Give it a push and it powers up. So, series of switches down here. Effectively, this is your power tailgate function, so you can do it from inside of the car. You can turn off the reverse park sensors should you have fitted a tow bar and there's a trailer or a caravan perhaps, and you wouldn't want that to just detect that all the time that you're connected. Lane departure function, super useful. If you're going to drive out the lane, it will allow you to not do so without alerting you at the least. You can turn it off. There's also a stop and go function, which again will allow the car to turn off in traffic when you're at the lights. and again it will automatically start just by coming off the brake, and a traction control system to keep the car stable in wet conditions, icy conditions, so on. Coming round, you have an analog dial dash with a digital display on the right hand side here, and this can be configured from the left hand steering spoke using the info button. So just cycle through and it'll give you things like consumption, a tripometer A and B, tells you when the car's due a service. It also shows the lane departure function, and it's a dual function also. Coming to the right hand steering spoke, it will also show the adaptive cruise functions. So you have adaptive cruise, a speed limiter. By tapping the button, if you turn it on, you can gain 2-second gaps, 1.5 seconds, a whole second, and half second, and this is going to preserve that specific gap in time between you and the vehicle in front. And this includes braking the car should the vehicle in front slow down. If it brakes to a halt, you would brake to a halt, and again preserve the time gap that you've chosen for your comfort level. Car's a thick rimmed leather bound steering wheel, nice and synonymous with the sport spec. The left hand side is more immediate focus with audio controls, a voice command function, and your Bluetooth. Once the car is paired up, you'll be able to stream music using the tablet across here. The tablet can be touched, but also it has a controller down here, the multimedia controller. Effectively, this will lock out once the car is physically driving along, and you'll need to revert back to here. But whilst you're stationary, if you're plumbing in a destination, you can either speak into the car, or you can just type away using the touchscreen here. But for other use, it will default to the controller, and you're just twisting. It moves north, south, east, west, and then just push down. So it's similar to BMW's iDrive or Audi's MMI system. Coming across, automatic lights with fogs front and rear, and automatic wipers. And again, all using a sensor up here to detect rain and light to turn the wipers on and the lights on effectively. Coming through, I mentioned the stop-start button, climate control. Again, all physical buttons, easy to use. Heated steering wheel for the winter months, heated seats of course for driver and passenger, and that's 3 different stages. And then you've got a left right sided split, so you can be either the same or independent across the car. If you sync, it takes it back to the driver's side preference. Coming down, the automatic gearbox with a sport mode function. So again, just give it a tap and that will change the shift patterns. It will rev higher between gear changes, be more responsive to kick down through the gears once you're at cruising speeds. Of course, you can then put it into a manual mode. Simply move it across, take control of the minus plus paddles to change gear manually, or indeed push pull in a shift system. Back across, back into P, and that parks the car up. Again, easy access with quick access to nav, media, and then if you go back into home, you can pick up telephone. Once your phone's paired, it's paired up anyway forever. Lots of storage, with storage in front of the gear shifter. We have some drinks holders behind the multimedia controller. Looking down, you can see that there is USBs. Now the signifier here with the phone tells you that it's a wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you just need to plug in your device with the wire. It will then appear on the screen here. And you can use your own mapping, media streaming, WhatsApp, and all your Bluetooth contacts and telephone contacts. As I said before, car's equipped with a sunroof. So it's a nice light headlining as well. So that brightens the cabin significantly. Again, stop heat soak, just bring the shelf, the cover over. Up here we have a touch button just to push it once for a tilt function. Push it back towards the front of the car to close it off, and then push the whole thing back towards the back of the car, which will open the sunroof fully. Lots of lighting. Back again. Coming round, again, looking at the seats, looking at the rest of the dash, the condition is in very, very good condition. Bearing in mind it's 32,500 miles as we speak. And again, the lovely sort of signature of stitching through the dash, door cards, the wood trim which complements across the middle of the dash again. You've got more chrome work. The whole thing is just really nice to feel, nice to touch. It's a lovely example of the breed. There's also a head-up display. That's what lives in the little hole in the top of the dash. But again, you could probably see some flickering, which is where the head-up display looks. So, in essence, this car is prepped. It will need a service and stuff before it gets sent out to the big wide world. However, don't hesitate to give us a call if you'd like to come and view, test drive, and inquire about this car. We also accept a part exchange, so it would be nice if you could bring that along if you do visit the car, and of course we can finance the purchase as well. Thank you for watching.